Finally, this is my last assignment. I'm so happy. Like, I can now focus on myself, me, myself and I, and catch a break before the craziness starts again. Gosh. So right now it is 5:30 in the morning, so I'm gonna start with my assignment. Ooh, is that a yawn? Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. So today guys, I'm going to be doing an assignment, my very last nursing assignment, prior to me obviously being done and dusted. I just thought, you know what, I'm going to try and do the assignment to show you guys how I am doing the assignment really, and it is, like I said, my very last reflective or my last nursing assignment. So today is the 13th of August. The assignment is due on the 16th of August. So you might be wondering, why am I only starting now? Reason for that is because this assignment, guys, is more of an ungraded assignment. So when I mean ungraded, I mean like it's not categorized according to merits, distinctions. It's a simple ungraded assignment, which basically means simple pass or fail. So I just thought I can't come kill myself. So guys, I just want to put a disclaimer out there. If you are one of those people who doesn't cope well under pressure, I would advise you guys to start early. Now, I'm by no means saying that I am under pressure, because I'm not feeling like I'm under pressure. This is just one of those assignments that unfortunately it has to be done. So that's what I'm doing today. I thought, you know what, while I'm doing this, I might as well include you guys in it. So actually, by the time I finish this assignment and I edit it and I upload it, I've already submitted it anyway. So that's what I'm doing today. So this, like I said, is a reflective assignment. So we have to do an assignment in regards to an experience that we have encountered through our clinical placements, referring back to only one learning outcome. We have to make reference to one learning outcome in our practice assessment documents. In addition to that, guys, we have to implement one reflective model. Okay, there is various kinds of reflective models that you can implement when you are writing out your assignment. You have the GIBBS reflective cycle, you have the JASPERS reflective spiral. So you have quite a number of reflective nursing models that you can use. However, for me, because I like things simple, I'm going to go for the GIBBS reflective cycle. So right now, like I said, it's 5:30 in the morning. I woke up at 5 o'clock, set my alarm for 5 o'clock, and I'm giving myself until 8:30, so a good 3 hours to basically wrap this assignment up. And when I say wrap up this assignment, I'm talking about basically having sort of a rough draft like that. So this is a 2,000 word assignment, okay, and it will be marked by our personal tutor. And so I'm going to go ahead and do this. Normally, if I do an assignment, I would already have made notes in regards to what I want to discuss, okay, but because obviously this is a reflective assignment, I've basically brainstormed without noting anything down. I brainstormed in my head, so I've got sort of an idea what experience I'm talking about. So like I said, my goal is to obviously finish this assignment in 3 hours and then take a break really and get back to it in the afternoon, and then I'm going to get my partner to proofread it for me, and then I'm going to turn it in. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing basically. But for now, in this specific video, I just want to show you guys, you know, how to do a basic nursing reflective assignment, implementing a reflective model. And yeah, so yeah, like I said, without any further ado, guys, let's get straight into this video. So obviously, before anything starting the assignment on a clean page. Now, what I normally do first is I insert the page number. Just because we can. Then so the rest I'll leave empty for now. So let me just pull up the nursing assignment guideline that they have given us. So this is what they want us to do. They say, using an evidence-based reflective framework, consider an aspect of your practice in relation to one of the NMC outcomes as documented in your pad, 2,000 words. It's marked by our personal tutor, obviously, and then submission date is on the 16th of August. So those are the two aspects that they want us to take into account. So I'll just put that back up and then start here. So after obviously writing your cover page, then you go obviously into introduction. Now guys, because this is a 2,000 word assignment, I'm very limited with words, so I need to really plan it properly. Okay, now 2,000 words, obviously you can go 10% over, so 2,200, or you can go 10% under here, so 1,800. Okay, so over or under. Now I would never advise anybody to go under. I would always advise somebody to go over. But anyway, that's just the way that I work. So I'll go all the way down. So continuing with my introduction, and I will highlight that because it makes it easy. So in your introduction, various things need to be written, okay? In your introduction, what I would do from my own experience in regards to this aspect, the way I'm thinking about doing it is, obviously I'm going to basically write what reflection is, defining reflection, what is the importance of reflection within nursing, and then I'm also going to be mentioning what learning outcome I will be addressing within the reflection, as well as what reflective model I will be implementing within this reflection. Those are the 3 pointers that I'm going to be talking about within my introduction. So yeah, let's get to typing. So what is reflection? So as you guys can see, I have put in reference in bracket and then highlighted it, so that way I will have to go back later on and look for a reference for this specific definition. So in regards to referencing, normally I would leave references to last. That's just the way I work, okay? You work the way you want to work and what is more effective or, you know, beneficial for you, because I find it much more easier to type out the assignment and then start looking for the references. Okay, that's just how I do it. You might be asking yourself, how do you do that? You know, surely when you put in an information, you should reference it straight away. Now what I do is I put in an information, put in brackets reference, and then afterwards I will come back and it's like, where did I get that reference from? And I'll start looking, okay, for the references. What I normally do in regards to referencing, obviously, is I'll leave a link open, so by the time I finish I can actually go back to that link and reference it. I just find that way easier, but obviously guys, we all work differently, but that's basically my own personal technique. Okay, now this definition, guys, is put in most simpler term, my words, okay, how I understand what reflection is. Guys, this particular sentence which talks about the Nursing and Midwifery Council, I already know that I'm going to make reference to the NMC 2018, so I will put it in brackets and then full stop and then highlight that, okay? Because obviously I'm talking about the NMC, so I'm making reference to the NMC already. the first part of the assignment, I'm defining what reflection is. Then I'm talking about the importance of reflections within nursing. And now the next point that I'm going to discuss within my introduction, guys, is the aim of the assignment, basically. So in regards to learning outcome, we have to take one of the learning outcomes, like I said, from our practice assessment document, and we have to implement it. So from what I'm going to be talking about, I'm talking about a deterioration patient that I've encountered on my practice placements. So I need to implement a learning outcome that does talk about deterioration patient. So I chose one of the learning outcomes. This learning outcomes stipulates: recognize the early signs of illness in people of all ages. They must make accurate assessment and start appropriate and timely management of those who are acutely ill, at risk of clinical deterioration, or require emergency care. So that's the learning outcome that I will be implementing in this assignment. So I have completed my introduction. So obviously, like I said, introduction was mainly defining what reflection is, the importance of reflection within the nursing scope, as well as the reflective cycle that I will be using, or reflective nursing model that I will be using, as well as what learning outcome I will be implementing. So I've completed the introduction. Let's see how we're doing with timing. Right now it is just gone 06:18, so 20 past 6. I did it for 40 minutes now. So yeah, so that's how we've been busy with this now. And overall, basically, I'm gonna go and start with the descriptions. Now, I did mention that I'm going to be making use of the GIBBS reflective cycle, as I did mention in my introduction. So with the GIBBS reflective cycle, guys, there is 6 steps. Those 6 steps, guys, include description, feelings, evaluation, analysis, conclusion, as well as action plan. So those are the 6 steps that I will be using when structuring my assignment. So the first step that I'm going to talk about is description, which is the next part that I'm going to do. Description basically is stating what happens. Okay, now with description, I remember they were telling us when we had this lecture that we need to stick to facts only. So we shouldn't mention evaluation, no feelings, no thoughts, just basically sticking to facts, and that is what happened that day or what occurred during that, you know, clinical placement experience, and we just have to stick to that. So normally in this part, guys, you don't really reference anything because you are describing, so there's no point in referencing anything because it's basic description, if that makes any sense. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to start typing away for that. Like I said before, I didn't make notes in regards to clinical experience that I'm talking about. However, I did brainstorm it in my head, so I know kind of what I'm talking about. I feel like the description part is the most difficult part. Once you get over the description part, okay, everything else should naturally flow. So right now it's going to 6:30 soon, so I'm going to give myself 40 minutes because this is quite a long section, sort of. So I'm going to give myself 40 minutes to type it away, and then we'll see from there. All right, so as for now, I have completed the description part, guys. Literally, let me have a look how many words we are sitting on all together. With the introduction as well as the description, I'm sitting on 893 words at the minute, almost half of 2000, almost, not quite. So I've done the introduction, I've done the description. Description basically, like I said, is basically explaining what happened and just stating facts and sticking to facts only. This description overall, I've used, how many words? 647 words for the description, which is quite a lot. Okay, so that's done with my description. So next is feelings. Okay guys, so talking about how I felt at that point in time when that situation happened on clinical placement. When talking about feelings, guys, I'm going to be using certain words because I feel like when you're talking about how you felt at that given situation, certain phrases need to be used. So phrases like reluctant, why were you feeling reluctant? Do you find the situation challenging? So like I said before, guys, if you might be wondering what reflective model I'm using, once again, I am using the GIBBS reflective model, just to remind you guys. Guys, I'm done with feeling. So feeling was step 2 of the GIBBS cycle. I'm moving on to step 3, which is the evaluation. So evaluation is basically critically examining a situation. Okay, so evaluating the situation. Was it a good learning experience? Was it a bad learning experience? What is the good and what is the bad, okay, of that specific experience? So that's what I'm going to do next. And then, because evaluation is so short, guys, I'm going to go ahead and do step 4 as well, which is analysis. Analysis is almost similar as evaluation, almost. However, within the analysis paragraph, you are doing more of critiquing. Okay, so critiquing using various resources and critiquing them against each other. So for instance, I'm talking about a patient who had sepsis. All right, so in my analysis part, I'm going to talk about the statistics of how many patients get diagnosed with sepsis. I'm going to reference that. I'm also going to be talking about signs and symptoms of sepsis, make reference of that as well. Obviously, how sepsis can be identified within a person, and also what is the treatment of sepsis. So maybe I can say that one journal article says this is how treatment of sepsis should be done, okay, and another paragraph talks about this is how sepsis should be treated. So basically taking 2 journal articles that basically contradict each other, that is called critical analysis. So that is what I'm going to be doing in that section. So let's go ahead and do evaluation as well as analysis. So I have now completed introduction, description, feelings, evaluation, and now I'm gonna go ahead and do analysis. But before I do analysis, obviously I want to try and see how much are my word count. So at this point in time, I'm sitting on 1,340 words. It is 07:55, so 5 minutes to 8, so basically 8 o'clock. Okay, so I'm going to continue with analysis. Like I explained, guys, analysis is basically critiquing. Although this is an ungraded assignment, I still feel like analysis is the most important step in the whole of the reflection. Even I remember when I did my dissertation, analysis was the most important part, because that paragraph shows that you have an understanding of what you're talking about, as well as you have the ability to critique journal articles or literature articles against each other, if that makes any sense. So let me go ahead and start with analysis. Alright guys, so I have finished with analysis as well. Let's see what's the time. Right now it is 9 o'clock. So initially the plan was for me to finish at 8 o'clock, but that didn't happen. So I've got 2 more sections left, which is conclusion as well as action plan. Those 2 as well as my reference list that's left. So I'm giving myself until 10 o'clock now to really complete all of that, and then I'm gonna get my partner to proofread it and then turn in my assignment. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Alright guys, so I have finally finished with my assignment, rough draft wise as well as referencing. I've got a burning headache now. So I'm gonna get my partner to proofread my assignment, and then I'm gonna turn in my assignment tomorrow, hopefully. Alright guys, so it's literally the following day. I managed to get my assignment proofread and I turned in my assignment. I initially thought it was recording, but it wasn't. So I submitted my assignment. I got 15% for plagiarism. I'm not too worried about that because the 15% is mainly from the reference list, so it doesn't really matter. So that is done guys. So I finally have completed all my nursing assignments. No more assignments left, literally. I just have about 3 more weeks left. How many more weeks? No, I've got 4 more weeks left, actually, to be exact. Yeah, 4 more weeks left before I finish my placement. So right now I'm just so happy that I can basically just concentrate on my placement reflections. I've made a video on placement reflections before. I'll leave it somewhere up here and down in the description box below. So if you watch that video, actually you will see the difference between this reflective assignment as well as that reflective assignment in that video. Okay, so that one is specifically for placement. This was a 2,000 word assignment. That assignment doesn't have a word count. The other reflections, you don't have to implement nursing model. This reflection, you have to implement nursing model, a nursing model. So yeah, I hope guys this video was interesting. I know that I'm relieved that this is all over and done with at this point in time. And yes guys, I hope you like this video. Any future videos that you guys want me to do or you want to see, I'm hoping to get around doing some more videos at this point in time. Now that I've done and dusted with my assignment, I'm going to try and implement doing vlogs, especially now that I'm going to be moving in 4 weeks time down to Brighton. So yeah, that's basically what I'm going to be doing guys. So if you like this video guys, please don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. And yes, and I will hopefully see you guys in my next video. Bye.